Yo, 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 Soup Squad! It's Nimbo Soup again. Last time in my low tier vehicle guide series, we went over America. Next up though, we've got Germany. Germany is my second favorite nation, right behind America. Might I mention here that my favorite nations have the most playing time in them. Take some notes, people. Anyways, let's get into the vehicles, shall we? We'll start out in ground. As far as tier 1 goes, in German ground, I don't think you'll go wrong really no matter what you play. It's one of those rare instances where tier 1 vehicles are actually, pound for pound, very good. Literally anything from the Panzer line, that's these things with the PZ in front of the name, will treat you very nicely, especially if you know how to play them. If you want to get good, join the Discord and check out my other videos, more guides coming soon. To be honest, I feel kind of bad giving you an overall recommendation in this tier since so many of the vehicles can be good and fun to play. But I'd have to say the Panzer IV is my recommendation, on the sole basis that it's a great medium tank on par with the best modifiers for this tier. Again, not gonna blame you too much for having different preferences here. Maybe you're a tank destroyer guy and would prefer the quirkier stuff in the first line. It's all good, bro. Tier 2 German ground, my bread and butter. Well, not really. It's still ground and I still suck. But tier 2 Germany is what really introduced me and got me into ground. And I'm talking back when the Panzer IV F2 was like 3.7, it might have been 4.0 or something even. I have so much to say about this tier, but I'll try to keep it short. Play the Panzers. Of course, you've got things like the Puma and the Dicker Max, ayo, which can be very fun and should definitely be played from time to time. Those are great, just not really my playstyle. But the Panzers are fantastic for their BR. In my opinion, probably under-tiered. My favorite is the Panzer IV F2. Of course, the Panzer IV-G will be about the same, if not slightly better, at the same BR. As I'm writing this, I still can't believe these tanks are at 3.3 and 3.7. Last time I was really playing them, I swear it was like 4.0. If you want to get some slightly better modifiers, just play the higher BR Panzers. Of course, I can't talk about tier 2 Germany without mentioning the Stug. As far as tank destroyers go, pretty high up on my list of fun vehicles. I can't recommend them over the Panzers, but I can recommend checking them out and having one or two in your lineup. Alright, just a fair warning, this is where things start to get a little shaky for me. I think the vehicles are absolutely great, don't get me wrong. It's just very difficult to succeed sometimes. A lot of it has to do with the teams, and the rest of it has to do with getting up-tiered, which happens a lot. But who cares, we're just focused on the vehicles for now. The VK is fun at 5.0, nothing crazy good, but pretty mobile with decent armor and a good gun. Overall here, I'd probably just recommend the Tiger 1. It doesn't really matter which one you use. At that point, I'd probably say the Tiger E for slightly better modifiers. No matter what you do though, it'll probably be somewhat of a struggle in a lot of games. Just do your best and, as usual, make absolutely certain to play to your tank's strengths. And now, it's finally time for some planes. German Air certainly gets some great vehicles prior to it, but I don't really find anything too interesting until around tier 3. It's just your typical play these select few vehicles and do pretty well in them because they're all around good vehicles. If I had to recommend one vehicle to you, I would recommend the HE100. It feels pretty similar to a BF109 at this tier, but it's more of a low tier memer if you know what I mean. One thing is that you'll need some time on target in this plane if you want to make the 330 cals work. That being said, the BF109s get the job done pretty well. Again, until tier 3, I'm of the opinion there really isn't anything interesting or to write home about. Just some more lower tier 109s that will be fun enough and get the job done for you. For whatever reason, I find the E's more enjoyable than the F's, but only by a tiny margin. They're basically the same to me. If you want to get a little crazy, you could hop into the first Focke-Wulf 190, but if you're a Focke-Wulf person, I'd probably just wait until the A4. In this tier, since there really isn't anything special, I wouldn't be too opposed to telling you to try out ground pounding or bombing. The Stukas, although terrible, can be very fun, especially if you're in a squad. The Duck, the mighty Duck, is always a meme of a time. So play around, see what you like, and I'm not going to judge you on whatever it might be. At least not in this tier. And finally, here we go. The good stuff. The German bad boys of the air, the good BF-109s. In my eyes, this is where the BF-109s start to differentiate themselves as beasts of planes. The F4 is my overall recommendation here. The G2 is fine or whatever, sure, I just don't really notice a large difference from the F4, and I like 4.0 over 4.3. It climbs decent, turns decent, is decently fast, decent guns, great energy fighter. I personally used the American Premium F4 to grind a significant portion of my American tech tree, and now it's one of my favorite planes. I'm not going to blame you for playing any of the Focke-Wulfs here. They have immensely satisfying guns and are very rewarding to play if you know exactly what you're doing, just not really going to recommend it over the F4 or the G2. And now that we've covered tiers 1 through 3 in both ground and air, I think it's about time we wrap this video up. If you liked or you took something away from this video, please drop a like and a comment letting me know what it was. And while you're at it, consider subscribing and turning on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my uploads. Check out the description for a bunch of fun links, the Discord server, the Twitch, you name it. Anyways, enough shilling. You all know the deal. This is Nimbo Soup. Nimbo signing out. Peace out, fellas.